Twice a year, the eyes of the fashion-conscious turn to the runways of New York to see what's hot for the upcoming season. But it's not just clothing. Hair and makeup trends begin there, too. And here to fill us in on what's hot for fall, fresh from New York's Fashion Week, from Karma Salon, Cheryl McMahon, and from Dee Dee Nickel Makeup Studio, Dee Dee Nickel. Welcome back, ladies. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And Cheryl, you recently worked Fashion Week, and I believe we have some photos. How does this work? Do the designers tell you what they are looking for, or do you just kind of go with it?
Well, what happens is that there's a lead stylist, and the lead stylist meets with the designer and the lead makeup artist as well, and they all get together and they figure out the look that is going to work, and then the lead stylist comes back to the minions, the hairstylists that actually do all the work, and we work on all the hair in the backstage.
They don't call you minions, though, do they?
I am sure they do at some point or another, but I definitely call us that.
These are some photos from backstage. It looks like it's jam-packed back there. Is it just crazy?
It's always crazy. In fact, that's one of the looks that we did for the Timo Williams show. Let me say that 10 times fast. But it's always crazy. It's always a madhouse. We're always in a room that's way too small, way too hot, way too crowded. That's just how it rolls.
A lot of the looks that we see on the runways, whether it's clothing, whether it's hair, whether it's makeup, it's over the top. But you say there are ways that we can translate this into everyday.
Yes. Absolutely, absolutely. A lot of the looks that they show are way over the top for very obvious reasons. They want to focus on a whole entire look. But what we can do is show you ways to soften those styles and implement them into your everyday work.
Yeah, and for makeup, there are certainly ways you want to maybe choose an element of the look, maybe the eye or the lip, and focus on that and just incorporate that in a softer way into your everyday life. So I'm going to show you how to do that with the 80s today.
Yeah, we have a number of models here to do that. So, and Dee Dee, you've actually done a number of shows for Halston, Diane von Furstenberg, Cynthia Rowley. You say makeup should never look trendy.
Absolutely not. Trendy is for the runways. Trendy is not for your real life. But again, there's ways to sort of incorporate that and to keep your look fresh every season. You want to have some fun with makeup.
You mentioned 80s inspired looks for this fall. So how do you do that without looking 80s?
Yes.
What's the modern twist on that?
I lived through the 80s once.
we don't want to go back.
We don't want to recreate that exactly. But what we saw were a lot of really strong lips, which is something that's really new. I mean, we saw the red lip last year. The lips have gotten a little bit darker, so we're going to talk about that. And color for the eyes. How to kind of do some color, make it pop without looking, extreme.
All right, we have a few models here, so let's head over, and ladies, you can tell us what you've done. This first model is Amy. So what do we do with Amy's hair?
Well, Amy's hair, what I want to do is showcase a little bit of the Nanette Lepore show that we worked for the fall look. It was a lot of big curl, almost like a frizzy 80s return. And
Don't worry, your hair does not look frizzy.
Right? What Cassie and Chrissy did is that they set her really fast. Just put a little extra styling fixatives in there and just use a curling iron and not comb it out, and then just pick it up a little bit and spray it, and just take a little pieces of hair and just manipulate it to where you want to wear it. And there you have the trendy look that you're showing, but it's a more wearable look for every day.
Yeah, the more modern version of this is to have it more relaxed and more romantic, as opposed to the tight frizzy.
As what you're wearing, as something that we with the show we just did, the Timo Husahala. We did
that name that we're going to figure out how to pronounce at some point.
That's true. You basically have some sort of style or translation of that look. It's a little bit more softer, a little bit more wearable, something that people aren't going to look at you and go, whoa.
Yeah, exactly. No, we don't want that. That's not what we're going for. And with makeup, too, that's not what we're going for. So what do we do with her makeup?
Okay, well, the 80s were obviously all about color. Color on the lips, color on the eyes. For her lips, the lips have gone a little bit darker. The one mistake I see women making when they go darker for fall on the lips is the color is either too purple or it's too brown. So you want something that's really a little more of a cranberry. Cranberry works on everyone. So if you want to try color and kind of experiment a little bit, works on all skin tones, and it gives you a richer lip for fall.
And is it true, the bolder the eye, the lighter the lip, and vice versa? So if the lip's a little darker, do you want to go a little easier on the eye?
Well, I love
because she's definitely got the smoky eye look.
She does. I was about to say the 80s were really about more balance between the features as opposed to that really soft lip and the really smoky eye. But to keep it fresh, I made it smoky on the top, and I didn't do heavy eyeliner underneath. She has heavier liner on the top, and instead of using black or charcoal, I used a navy. So that's a way to kind of incorporate color into the smoky eye, which is always great for fall.
Beautiful. Love it. All right. Thank you. Our next model is Mindy. So we sort of have like a loose braid with Mindy, right?
Yes, one of the other looks that they've been showcasing on the runway is very fantastic braids and ponytails.
Here, turn around so we can see this, because it is
But
so
they're
pretty.
usually really teased up and out of control.
Right.
A very messy look on top of a very beautiful soft look. So this is just a fishtail that Holly did, and her hair is long, and you can either tuck it or you can release it. But a lot of the looks is just really soft, non-contrived looks, almost like you got up and you put it together, but you just spent a little bit more time, but it's something that looked like it just, you just easily went into that look. And
yeah, and it's so loose that it almost looks like it's about to fall out, but
Yes.
it's not. I mean, that feels like it's good in there, right? That's not going anywhere. Yeah.
Yep. That's all basically the Renaissance, part of the Renaissance.
I love it. All right, so Dee Dee, what did you do with Mindy's makeup?
Okay, so for her makeup, I know people are sometimes a little frightened
Leery of the blue eyeshadow.
It has sort of a bad stigma, but it's actually really beautiful, and there's a version of blue in all of our models today. She has hazel eyes, so I chose a blue that has more plum to it because that'll kind of highlight the green in her eyes. Grays would be great. If you're a little uncomfortable with blue, maybe experiment with some grays. But again, it's just a very soft, I'll have you close for me. It's very soft. It's color, but it's very muted.
I have to say, I was very scared of color before meeting you.
I know.
And now I rock the green eye.
She does rock the green
people
eye.
say, are you wearing green eyeshadow? And I say, you have a problem with that? You have a problem
That's
with that?
right.
All right, looks good. Thank you. Erica, last but not least. And you were talking about the ponytails.
Yes, absolutely. A lot of the ponytails were either very, very severe, pulled back very, very tight, or extremely teased and poofed out. This is a little bit of variation of both. What I did is you section out the top of the hair and we teased it a little bit.
Erica, turn to the side a little bit here because I love the height in the ponytail.
Yeah, we just teased the crown section on the top, and then left the front out. Pulled the back section, the crown section, into a ponytail, and then we just slowly brought in and pinned the other pieces of hair, and then taking another piece of hair from underneath the ponytail, wrapping it around to hide the bands.
That's what I can never master because I always wrap it around, but then it just looks like a mess, like it's just a tangled knot. How do you do that?
You take a little piece from underneath, and then you just
wrap it and then
wrap
just
it around,
pin it?
and then you just, pin it.
Okay.
How do you like
She
that
makes
little
it sound
sound
so
effect?
easy, doesn't she? All right, what do we do with Erica's makeup?
Okay, so my very first eyeshadow in the 80s was teal. And I'm happy to say that teal is back.
Yes.
Exactly, and so I'll have you close for me. I used a teal eyeliner straight across the top of her lid. There's a little teal accent at the outer corner, and then I used a bronze on the inner corner. So you want to keep the inner color light. You don't want the whole eye to be colorful.
And she has the lighter lip.
And she has a lighter lip, exactly. She has a lighter lip, which is, better for days.
Beautiful. You all look beautiful. Listen, you can get these looks for yourself by visiting Karma Salon. We'll put the information up there on the screen. Or Dee Dee Nickel Makeup Studio. They're both in New Haven. If you want all of their info, just come to our website, WTNH.com, and click on the Connecticut Style link. There's Karma's info. You'll find all the information there. And listen, at Karma, all these beautiful looks were created here today with the help of your Karma stylists, Holly, Christy, and Cassie, and of course, Christy has special guest Rufus over there. I just had to call Rufus on the show because he's just too cute for words. Ladies, thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Don't go
Thank you so
away
much.
because we're in the